Campbellsville will go right to left in the first half, left to right for Thomas More as I am behind the scorer's table. Closer to Coach Jeff Hands than I am Ginger High Colvin. Rachel Martin works with the basketball here early. Emily Simon nearly has it taken away. Gets it out to Courtney Hurst. 13 to shoot. Martin still looking, has Hurst. Open, deep three. That is good for Courtney Hurst, the school's all-time leader in three-point shooting. Hurst hits an early three-point field goal here in the Connor Convocation Center. Courtney Pritchett down the short corner. Pettigo out front with it now as Campbellsville looking for an answer. Out top, this is Lauren Lee, hounded by Martin. Now Pettigo with 10 to shoot, gets the step, drives in, off glass, no good. Wilkes taps it out. Pritchett controls it. Boyle back to Lee as Thomas More struggling to match up. Finally, Simon closes in. A minute gone by. Pritchett going to drive. Bluffs the pass, now hands it to Pettigo, who's cut off by Barth. Out top, Lee going to go to work and actually has it knocked away by Rachel Martin. Boyle will fly in, and Martin will get 2 points as Boyle tried to stop that effort. The contact out front by Lee and Martin led to the ball getting knocked away. There was no call. Lee thought maybe Martin fouled her. Out top, Lee. Now Boyle left side, 5-0. Thomas More with the early advantage. 90 seconds gone by. Pettigo holds it. 12 seconds. Inside, Pettigo leaves one back for Wilkes. 7 seconds. Wilkes has the shot blocked, stays with it, and the putback good for Caitlin Wilkes. I believe Barth got a piece of the initial offering. Wilkes able to stay with it. We'll see how they defend Caitlin Wilkes in this one, as they don't have anyone quite like Alexa Chrisman, but Thomas More will switch just about everything here tonight, and they're probably going to double as often as they can. Here is Barth, left corner, and that three is good. So Thomas More hits a pair of early three-point shots in this one, 8-2 the score. Thomas More, the fourth best team in the country in terms of three-point field goals made per ball game. At just about 10 makes a game. Pettigo driving inline, needs some help. Out to Lee, now Pritchett. Boyle as they get back with Martin. Boyle inside, feeds one to Wilkes, who beats Riley Turner for an easy lay-in. Campbellsville cuts the deficit in half here as it's now 8-4. Martin picks up her dribble. Out top, Hurst a deep three, deeper than the first, and that one's no good. Bailey Pettigo the rebound for Campbellsville. Lady Tigers would like to draw closer here. Pettigo inside, has it knocked away, stays with it, rips through on the dribble. Now Lee, left wing. They'll give Lee the left hand. They will not let her go right. At least they haven't early. Pritchett, nice crossover. Back out, Lee, cut off, spins, dumps one down inside. Pettigo in a double team, and this will go to the arrow, I believe, and it will stay with Campbellsville. Just 7 on the shot clock here, 6:44 to play in the first quarter. Campbellsville trailing 8-4. Number 1, Thomas More. Number 3, Campbellsville University. Lauren Lee on the inline will trigger it in for CU. Looking, has Pettigo, ball fake, back to Lee, dribbles, out, Boyle, 3 on the way. That's going to be just off to the right. And Courtney Pritchett grabs the rebound for Campbellsville. Short corner, jumper from Pettigo is good. From about 16 feet, Bailey Pettigo knocks in the long 2, and it's an 8-6 score here in Crestview Hills. Barth and Hurst go back and forth a bit. Now at the free throw line, Simon. One dribble, dumps it down inside, and open on the block is Turner. I think Pritchett may have stumbled down as she was trying to get back to Riley Turner, and the freshman from Newport, Kentucky, with the bucket. 10-6 the score. Maddie Boyle inside, has Lee, spinning, needs some help. Here's Pritchett, left side, 3 on the way. That is no good. Actually, I'm not sure it was a 3. The official never raised the hand. Hurst to the offensive end. Cutting is Simon just off the painted area, now in the middle of the lane. Simon, back out Barth. Here's Hurst straight away, extra pass. Martin, and again, back to the free throw line. Simon, Turner, 15-foot baseline jumper is good for Riley Turner, and Thomas More pushes it back to a 6-point margin. 12-6. Lee inside, out. Pritchett open, 3 on the way. Bang! Courtney Pritchett, and Edward Jones 3 for the Lady Tigers. 12-9. Thomas More by 3 points thanks to that Pritchett make. Hurst the other way. on the dribble. Pettigo gives chase. Back and forth we go here early. Turner on the inline. Same spot, opposite side, and Turner hits another mid-range jumper. 14-9 the score. Campbellsville quickly the other way. Boyle in some traffic, gets the step, goes over the shot, no good. And the rebound taken in by Turner. Simon, who went to the ground trying to take a charge. Boyle nearly takes it away from her the other way. Turner into the corner. Martin out top Barth. I think Pritchett got a hand on that. Back to Martin in the corner. Turns. Three. Good for Rachel Martin. And these two teams have combined to hit 4 3-pointers already. 3 of them by Thomas More. 17-9. Lee out front. Pettigo. Boyle again. This is Pettigo straight away. Now left wing. Boyle over the top once Wilkes has her, and Caitlin Wilkes gets the deuce. Maddie Boyle, a nice pass over the top for the dime. 17-11 the score. Changes coming for Thomas More. Going to get a change or two, maybe 3 for the Lady Tigers. Martin, right side, Hurst. Back to Martin straight away. One dribble. Now down inside. Has Emily Simon wide open. And another bucket for Thomas More. 19-11 the score. Lauren Lee to the front court. Out to Pritchett. Lee bounces left wing. Boyle inside. Wilkes again. She goes with the right hand off the window for 2 more. Riley Turner unable to get to the spot. Maddie Boyle has thrown a pair of passes right on the money, leading to easy Caitlin Wilkes buckets. 19-13 the score. Barth, now Hurst on the wing right side, skips it left side. Martin again, a 3. That is good for Rachel Martin. She averages 3.7 points a ball game, and she's hit a pair of 3s already. Pritchett the other way. 22-13. Looking back door, not there. Here's Pettigo. Pettigo going to drive in, gets the lane shielded by Wilkes. Ball is poked free, or Bailey may have missed that shot. Barth the other way has her pass knocked down by Boyle, but able to get it back into the corner. Riley Turner, a 3. That is short. Rebound to Lauren Lee. Campbellsville the other way. Just over 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Boyle, far side, has Pritchett. Now out top, Boyle once again. And some deep breaths out there as we've played quite a stretch here with no stoppages. Out front, Wilkes. Pritchett once again leaves it with Pettigo off the left wing. Inside, and we're going to have a foul called on Caitlin Wilkes. They're going to say she pushed to create some space and get an opening, and this will bring us to a timeout here. Campbellsville trails Thomas More 22-19 in the first quarter. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
With more than 80 majors and certifications, Campbellsville University offers students an affordable higher education in a Christian setting. Located in the heart of Kentucky, Campbellsville University boasts 8 regional centers across the Commonwealth. Our 13-to-1 student-professor ratio provides a small classroom environment, allowing professors to work closely with the students. To schedule a visit or apply, go online to campbellsville.edu. Come find your calling at Campbellsville University.
Thanks for following Lady Tiger basketball. Now let's get you back to the action on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
.245 to play in the first quarter. The Lady Tigers trail Thomas More here, 22-13. As I try to pull up the official stats, but mine's showing we're still in the pregame. I don't know if I have to double check that and see if they've started the stat broadcast. There was no time in the first 7+ minutes to even look down at the numbers here in the early going. Thomas More and Campbellsville both making changes for Campbellsville. Elizabeth Bertram, Sarah Sutton, and Kayla Luby out all out on the floor here. Sammy Whiteman in for Thomas More. We've also got Kelly Brenner entering the lineup and Alex Smith, as well as Maggie Jones. Brenner skips it left wing to Jones, back out top. Whiteman, now left side Jones again. 3 on the way, and that is good for Maggie Jones. And if you're Campbellsville, it's one of those things here. Thomas More has just hit the outside shots. Not anything the Lady Tigers are doing wrong. But credit Thomas More. Right side Sutton can't shoot it. Here's Bertram. 5'6" sophomore guard from Glasgow, Kentucky. Dumps it down. Luby going to leave it with Bertram, who goes over the contested shot off the contact and throws it in off the glass. Does Elizabeth Bertram. Difficult finish as Whiteman comes the other way. Left side Jones, 25-15 the score. Entry to Smith. Whiteman back to Smith. Left side Jones. Now on the end line, this is Simon. They've got Brenner open in the corner in front of the Tiger bench, and Brenner hits a three for Thomas More. Another three-point field goal by the Saints, 28-15. Lee inside. Luby goes up the shot, no good. Pettigo follows. Her putback, no good. Ball batted and saved. I believe that's Whiteman that comes out of there with it. Quickly ahead. Maggie Jones runs into Lee, and we've got an offensive foul called on Maggie Jones, and Campbellsville may have called it a bit of a break right there. First on Jones, first on Thomas More. So the Lady Tigers will get it back. I mentioned Luby, 6'2", the junior forward from B, Nebraska. Campbellsville also sending Sarah Sutton, the 5'10" junior forward from Scottsville, Kentucky, out there. Nice crossover by Lee. Left side, corner, Bertram three. That's around and out, no good. Whiteman the rebound. And to the other end comes Thomas More. She carried it, and Whiteman saw Bertram running at her. No argument from Whiteman. A turnover as she got that right hand underneath the basketball and flipped it over. Courtney Pritchett going to check back in for the Lady Tigers. Bailey Pettigo will exit. Alex Smith, the 6' junior forward from Cincinnati, Ohio. Kelly Brenner, 5'9" junior guard from Cincinnati, Ohio. Maggie Jones, 5'6" junior guard from Pinner, Kentucky. And the other Thomas More Saint checking in a moment ago was Sammy Whiteman. Here is Lee, a contested jumper, no good. Bertram tracks down, rebound for CU, leaves it in the corner to Pritchett. Pressured by Jones, needs some help. Now on the wing, it's Bertram. Entry, Luby. Back out, Pritchett bluffs the pass, going to drive. Pritchett on the inline, underneath, needs some help, has Sutton. Here's Bertram, 5 to shoot. She'll drive in, step back, jumper, around and out, no good. Simon the rebound for Thomas More. Here comes Emily Simon. She leads the Saints. Out top, shovels it back. Jones thought about it. Now Whiteman, Simon again, wide open. She'll finally shoot it. 3 on the way, that is no good, and the rebound taken in by Sarah Sutton. 14 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Campbellsville trails by 13. 10 seconds. The entry. Luby goes up the shot off the window. Good as she beats Smith. And 3 seconds the other way. Whiteman has Jones. 1 second. Going to heave one up. And that is no good by Maggie Jones. And the first quarter will come to a close. 28-17 the score. Thomas More blistering the nets here in the early going. We'll step away and take a timeout. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
The call of today's sportscast has been made possible by CPR Cell Phone Repair. Boasting a selection of pre-owned phones, tablets, and more, CPR is not just an electronics repair shop. CPR Cell Phone Repair on the web at cellphonerepair.com.
A gift from Campbellsville Baptist Church has made this broadcast possible. Sunday school starts at 9:15. Worship service starts at 10:30. On the web at campbellsvillebaptistchurch.com.
This is Ginger High Colvin, head coach of the Lady Tigers. Thanks for following today's coverage of CU basketball on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
As we get set to head to the second quarter here in Crestview Hills, Kentucky, Matt Payton with you for this heavyweight bout. Number 1 Thomas More hosting number 3 Campbellsville University. And I say it all the time, it's really a simple game. And when you hit shots, it's extremely easy. Thomas More, 6 of 9 from deep in that first quarter, 66% from long range. Campbellsville, 8 of 20 overall. As they were 1 of 5 from deep there in the first quarter of play. Lady Tigers able to take advantage in the offensive rebounding category. 6 offensive rebounds for Campbellsville. Madison Vickers out there for the the Thomas More Saints. Whiteman out top, back to Brenner, and now short corner, actually a long 2 for Smith, and that is good for Alex Smith. 30-17 the score. Sutton deep 3 on the way. That is around and out, no good. Campbellsville has missed their three-point opportunities, but not by much. They have circled the drain and popped out. Brenner with the ball fake, drives in. Smith has it knocked away by Pritchett. Sammy Whiteman, I mentioned, 5'6", the junior guard from Covington, Ohio. Madison Vickers, 5'8", junior guard from Covington, Kentucky. Looking here, long pass thrown in. That may be, thank you, maybe a typo on Whiteman. She may be from Covington, Kentucky as well. Ball knocked out of bounds there, and it'll stay with Thomas More. 9:20 to play, second quarter. Smith to a cutting Whiteman, but she couldn't handle it. Fortunately, Vickers picked it up, but Pritchett took it away. Lady Tigers get the takeaway to the other end. Campbellsville. Trailer is Pritchett, 3 on the way. Bang! Courtney Pritchett with another Edward Jones 3. 903 points in her career as a Lady Tiger. She hit one earlier, put her dead on 900. That one good for 903. Jones bounces too far for Whiteman. Brenner can't get to it, and a back-to-back pair of turnovers here on Thomas More will give Campbellsville University a little momentum. 30-20 the score. Warren Lee will walk it ahead for CU. Working inside against Jones. Leaves it for Sutton. Sutton has it knocked away and stolen by Jones. Long ahead, Vickers. Vickers right side to Smith. Smith going to take a 3, 4 feet beyond the arc. No good. Lee grabs the rebound. Lauren Lee wants to run. Lee, trailer again. Pritchett inside, wide open is Luby. She's fouled. And they won't call it, but she makes the shot anyhow. Pretty clearly a foul there. 30-22. Bertram just misses a steal, and here Jones misses the shot. Vickers going to go back up, and her putback is good. They are letting these two play. Vickers gets knocked to the ground. No call. So it's going to be one of those. Right side, Sutton thought about it. Decks it, working against Vickers. Back out top, it's Lee. Changes for the Lady Tigers coming here in just a moment. Left wing Lee wants Luby. Has her. Luby surveys, kicks. Bertram, far corner, 3 on the way. Bang! Elizabeth Bertram and Edward Jones pay out. 32-25 the score. 7:40 to play in the first half. Left side Whiteman. She'll drive in. Stops, circles back, needs some help. Has Smith at the elbow. Now Brenner. Back to Smith. Again, short corner. Going to drive in. Runs into Luby, and the shot too strong. And Luby may have gotten away with one. They are really letting these two teams be physical. Lauren Lee spins, going to drive in. Back out to Bertram, off the screen from Pritchett. Now hands it to Pritchett, inside. Quick move by Luby. Goes with the right hand. That is good for Kayla Luby, and the Lady Tigers draw to within 5, 32-27. Whiteman out top, right wing Brenner. Short corner, Smith. Vickers needs help. It's Whiteman. Long 2 is no good for Whiteman. Rebound knocked away by Smith, and Thomas More picks it up. Whiteman, same spot. The second chance, no good. So she missed a pair of jumpers right there on the left side of the free throw line. Right side, Sutton, 3 on the way. That is hard, and the rebound is knocked free. Finally, Whiteman picks it up, and she'll leave it with Jones. Just over 6.5 minutes to play in the half. Whiteman off the right wing, on around. This is Brenner. Back out Whiteman, down to the end line. Vickers, a jumper. That is strong. Sutton falls down trying to block out. Smith grabbed the rebound. 3 by Brenner is no good. And Campbellsville another board as Luby will have to wait. Finally, Lauren Lee clears. She'll sprint ahead. Lee inside, spinning. Trailer here. Luby out. Now Bertram 3. That is no good as it climbed up high. I thought it might fall back through here. Bertram takes it away. Long pass from Jones. Stolen by Burt. She'll stop. Needs help. And nowhere to go with it yet. Finally, Luby, can't get it to her. And Whiteman will have a run out on the other end as Campbellsville was coming the other way. And you've got some tired faces here for the Lady Tigers and Thomas More both, as we've played quite a stretch here with out of stoppage. 5.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Lauren Lee at the free throw line. Out to Bertram. Campbellsville trails by 7. Entry to Luby. She'll quickly go to work. Left hand. I believe Smith may have gotten a hand on that. Long ahead to Jones. 34-27. Jones pressured by Lee. Now Vickers. Extra pass. Whiteman. 3 on the way is good for Sammy Whiteman. Whiteman's first 3 of the year. She had shot just 1 prior to that. 37-27 the score. Less than 5 minutes to play now in the first half. Luby back to the basket, out to Sutton. Lauren Lee, left wing. Lee driving in, stops. Bertram open, three on the way, no good. Hard for Burt. The other end, Sutton knocks one out of bounds, and that may be a thankful stoppage here as you're going to get mass substitutions each way here. This becomes a media timeout. We'll step away. 4:37 to play in the first half. The Lady Tigers trail Thomas More 37-27. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
Tiger sports fans, tickets for your favorite in-season Tiger teams are on sale now. On the field or in the gymnasium, Campbellsville University gladly welcomes you. As a reminder for your game day visit, the H&W Sports Shop has all the latest CU apparel. Look for the tickets tab at campbellsvilletigers.com and secure your seat today.
Complete coverage of Lady Tiger basketball continues on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
4:37 to play here in the first half. Matt Payton with you at Thomas More University in Crestview Hills, Kentucky. The Saints leading the Lady Tigers here by 10. Final meeting between these two clubs here in Crestview Hills as the Thomas More Saints will head to the NCAA Division II ranks next year. They'll be a member. To my knowledge, they will not be postseason eligible for the first couple of seasons, which a team like this, a program like this, has been built on competing for championships. And it'll be a bit before they are eligible here as Simon is fouled as she drives in. And this will go against Caitlin Wilkes. So there's been 3 fouls called in the ball game, and 2 of them on Caitlin Wilkes. Maggie Jones has the other, and you wonder if Wilkes will have to sit here potentially. So this will be Simon at the line, hits the first free throw. One more coming here for Emily Simon. 38-27 the score. That one is good. Lauren Lee with the basketball ahead to Pettigo, who bounces it on the sideline to Boyle. They find Maddie Nally. She checked in a moment ago. Entry by Nally to Wilkes. They come back out with it here. Nally, the 6'2 sophomore forward from Assumption High School in Louisville, Kentucky. Pettigo on the wing. Back to Boyle. 4 minutes to play in the half. Lee to Pettigo. She'll drive in, working against Hurst. Little floater for Bailey is no good. Ball tapped and controlled on the rebound, and Pettigo's fouled here by Rachel Martin. So a nice job by Bailey to keep that alive. Ball got tapped out, I believe, by Riley Turner. Thomas More has their starting unit back out there for Campbellsville. 4/5 of the starting unit out there. You've got Nally in there for Pritchett at the moment. This ball kicked out of bounds by Thomas More. Another opportunity underneath by Lauren Lee. She'll pitch it in. Has Boyle, left corner. Hurst closes in quickly. One dribble. Boyle going to take the mid-range jumper, and that's good for Maddie Boyle. 39-29. Martin comes near side to Barth. Barth with the ball fake will drive in. Now left side, Turner. She'll drive inline, back out. Barth. Right side of the lane, Simon dribbles through, needs some help. And Barth again. This is Turner on the inline. She'll dribble through, leaves it with Simon. She walks, so she couldn't quite catch it clean. Bobbled it a bit, caught it on the hip, and Simon turns it over. Campbellsville gets it back. 3:23 to play in the half. 39-29 our score.
Citizens Bank and Trust has provided funding to make today's sportscast possible. The CBTKY mobile app can be found in the App Store or Google Play. Citizens Bank and Trust says go Tigers. Member FDIC.
Nally inside to Wilkes, has it knocked away by Turner. And it will be Courtney Pritchett checking back in here for the Lady Tigers. It is Thomas Moore. 39-29 remains the score. Hurst out front, needs some help. It's Barth. And now left side Martin dribbles in. Back to Barth straight away. She'll drive in against Pritchett. Bounce right block to Simon. Missed the shot. Ball knocked out. Taken in by Boyle. And Campbellsville dodges a bit of a bullet there as Simon, point blank range, missed it. Pettigo will handle the offense as Lee sits. Bailey bounces out top to Wilkes, and now in the corner, Pritchett. 2 minutes to play in the half. Campbellsville needs a bucket here. Pettigo working against Hurst. Feeds it out front to Pritchett. Ball fake. Now Boyle, and this entry is kicked by Barth out of bounds. And with 1:50 to play in the half, Kayla Luby will check in here for Caitlin Wilkes. Pettigo will inbound here for the Lady Tigers. 1:50 to play in the half. Maddie Boyle chases it down. Now out front, Pettigo between the circles. Barth defends. Pritchett sends Luby off to the right. She'll stay on the elbow left side. Pettigo guarded by Martin. Needs some help here. Has Pritchett left wing. 4 to shoot. Pritchett drives in, backs away, and that jumper no good. Luby the rebound. She'll bully her way inside. That shot no good. Nally kept it alive. Simon going to grab it here, but we're going to get a foul call against Nally as she tried. She kept it alive initially, and when she reached back over to try to grab it, she bumped into Simon. And this draws, will be a foul call against the Lady Tigers. Nally, the second on Campbellsville in the period. Alex Smith checking back in for Riley Turner. In total, you've got 5 foul calls in this first half. They have let these two teams play. 39-29, Simon driving in, and that mess was started as Bertram picked it up. Boyle started that at midcourt. Long ahead, Pettigo to Bertram, back to Luby for 2 points. Nice offense there by the Lady Tigers. 39-31, 60 seconds to play in the half. That mess on the other end a moment ago was started by Boyle. She reached in and threw Simon out of sync. Simon just walked, I believe. No call, missed the shot. Simon's in her own head. Long ahead, Boyle. Driving inside, goes right side, throws up a shot, no good. Luby the rebound, and she is fouled underneath by Rachel Martin. And that's going to be 2 on Martin. So she joins Caitlin Wilkes with 2 fouls, and will they say, is that a shooting foul? Because Luby was going back up. Luby had caught it underneath the goal on that rebound. She was going back up with the basketball. So we'll see what they call here. There's discussion. Luby's standing at the line. I like Luby's thought process here. Stand there and make them tell you that it was not a shooting foul. Long discussion. And baseline out of bounds is the call here. I'm not sure how you get that out of the foul call, but nonetheless, the Lady Tigers with 40 seconds to play in the half will inbound. We have Bertram back to the middle. Bertram steps back, needs some help, and leaves it out with Pettigo. 15 to shoot. Left side, Bertram bounces. Luby out. Boyle, extra pass into the corner. Pritchett, she'll leave it back out now with Pettigo. Pettigo will drive in, a little floater, and Bailey is fouled here with 22 and a half seconds remaining. They'll call that on Courtney Hurst. 3 on Thomas Moore. And Bailey Pettigo to the free throw line for the Lady Tigers. I talked to Bailey's sister, Sarah Kate, briefly through text earlier. And we'll praise Sarah Kate's commitment to the Lord and the Lady Tigers. She was going to be running camera tonight at church for a broadcast and said she was going to have the AirPod in underneath the broadcast headset to be able to follow along. Bailey gets 1 of 2 as she hits the second. 39-32, 22 and a half seconds to play in the first half. We'll see if the Lady Tigers can come up with a stop. All in all, if you're Campbellsville and Thomas Moore has hit, I believe, 7 first half threes. If you go into the locker room only down by 7, that's not bad. Alex Smith has it taken away. Lauren Lee knocked it free. Bertram and the Lady Tigers will take the air out of it here and take the final shot. 9 seconds. Bertram needs help, and she is bumped and fouled with 5.6 seconds to play in the half by Hurst. And that's going to be 2 now on Courtney Hurst. We'll see if Coach Hands leaves her out there for this final 5.5 seconds. 39-32. Campbellsville can draw closer. Edward Jones would gladly pay out some money right here. Lee, Pritchett left side, driving on the end line. Pritchett going to throw up a shot that's good. She had to avoid Alex Smith. She knocked it down, and we'll go to the locker room with the Lady Tigers trailing by only 5, 39-34. And to be quite honest with you, after the ridiculous start by Thomas Moore, that feels like a win in and of itself. I believe Thomas Moore hit 6 of their first 7 threes. They hit just 1 of their last 5 from deep to end the first half, and the Lady Tigers close it out, trailing by just 5 points, 39-34. At halftime, you're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. Storm and started to chip away. And we've got 20 minutes left to decide this one. The Lady Tigers will have to overcome this 5-point deficit, 39-34. Campbellsville basketball to begin this second half. The starting 5 for each team out on the court here. Pettigo at midcourt on the far side as the Lady Tigers will go left to right. This is the timeline against Martin. Pitches one back out as Martin falls down off that screen from Pritchett. Driving in, Pritchett needs help. It's Lee. Down the lane right side, crosses over, back to the middle. Needs some help herself. Goes to Pritchett left side. There's the entry. Wilkes quickly to work. Throws one up over the top to help defender Martin. No match. And Wilkes gets a quick 2 for Campbellsville. It's back to a 3-point ball game. The Lady Tigers have not led here tonight. Martin driving in. Feeds one to Simon on the end line. Simon back out to Martin. Left corner baseline is Barth. The jumper no good. Rebound tapped out by, is that Smith or Turner? It was Turner that's in there. And I think Rachel Martin was the one that picked it up and pitched it back in. So an offensive rebound for Thomas Moore leads to points. Lee working right side. Martin comes across, knocks it away. Pritchett picks it up. Campbellsville nearly turns it over. Lee got the step, had herself almost in a position for a layup. Lee across the lane. She's bumped and fouled by Rachel Martin, and that's going to be 3 on Martin. So just 5 first-half fouls, 6 first-half fouls called against Thomas Moore. 2 were on Hurst, and 2 were on Martin. No, check that. It was 5 in the first half. 2 on Hurst and Martin, 1 on Maggie Jones. So this will be the 3rd on Martin. Now the 6th in the game on Thomas Moore, just the first here in the third quarter. It is the long way around to tell you that bit of information as Lauren Lee sinks the first free throw. Back to a 4-point margin. 1 more free throw toss, and Lauren Lee gets both. 41-38. Campbellsville trailing by 3. Simon and Martin back and forth in the backcourt. They work it ahead. Barth out top to Simon. And now Martin between the circles on the dribble. Has Hurst. Double team comes. She's able to get rid of it. Martin open. Left side, Barth, the shooter, 3 on the way. That is no good. Rebound taken in by Bailey Pettigo. Another board for BP. She'll push and slow down at the 3-point line and leave it with Lauren Lee. Right wing, Pettigo has Lee in the short corner down the baseline. Now feeds one inside. Wilkes rolling, gets the bucket. Lauren Lee the bounce. 41-40, the Lady Tigers down by one, and the 40, 50 or so Lady Tiger fans behind me getting as loud as they have been all night. Barth out front of the wing. Turner to Martin, back to Barth. Again, double team there. Simon into the corner. Turner won't shoot it. Backs away. Martin again. Left side. Three on the way is good for Rachel Martin. Big shot by Martin. Again, averaging just under 4 points a ball game. 27% from three-point range on the season. She's had a big night from deep. 44-40. Back to a 4-point Thomas More advantage. Boyle inside. Lee may have been fouled. No call. Missed the shot. And Simon comes out of there with it 100%. Martin got away with the foul in the arm. Far ahead, this is Hurst. Back to Martin. Uses Hurst again right side. Barth in the corner, wants to drive. Baseline, skips it. Martin left side. Three again. Rachel Martin finally misses one. Turner the rebound. She'll go to Barth on the right wing. 4-point Thomas More lead. Barth nearly had it knocked away by Pedigo. Simon out to Hurst. Hurst will drive. Free throw line jumper. The pull up no good. Rebound taken in by Bailey Pedigo. I believe she's got double figures here tonight, does Bailey. Lee, Bailey's career high is 10 rebounds. She's knocking on the door, if not there already. Left side, Pedigo driving. Inline, throws up a shot. And an offensive foul as Pedigo makes contact with Emily Simon. And it'll be Thomas More basketball here. 4-point lead. And the rock. Checks in. Bertram checks in. Got to go with 9 rebounds for the Lady Tigers, 5 of them on the offensive end. Shot gets the rebound and the putback, gives Zoe Barth a lot of credit. Tori, I saw your call there. We dropped out briefly. Maddie Boyle driving in. Now Lee will motion for Boyle. Back door. That is a nice cut by Maddie Boyle. She gets the finish. Kayla Luby the find out of the post spot. 46-42. Tori Cox producing our broadcast now. We've dropped out a few times, Tori. It usually comes back within 5 to 10. Be patient with us. Smith inline to Simon. Missed another shot. Simon gets her own miss. Holds it. Needs some help. Throws it off the leg of Bertram. Then Boyle flies in to grab it. And she hands it to Pritchett. The Lady Tigers to the front court. Down by 4. Pritchett. Lee left side. They want Luby on entry. They have her. Double team comes out to Bertram. Bertram wants Luby again. Not there. Cutting is Lee. Out. Shooter. Boyle. 3 on the way. Bang! Maddie Boyle and Edward Jones pay out. And the Lady Tigers trim it back to a single digit once again. 46-45. Right side Hurst. She'll try a deep 3. That is short. Long rebound taken in by Simon. Hurst drives in. Back out. Barth open. She'll try a 3. That is no good. Long board again. Smith to Martin. As Barth, who bounces. Simon out. Hurst. 1 dribble. Now a 3. And that is good. Too many chances for Thomas More. This game is, it's awful fun to watch being here. Jeff Hands and Ginger High Colvin have said very little. They have let their teams play. Good or bad, they've shown faith in student athletes. This has been a real treat. At the elbow, Bertram looking for Luby. That ball gets kicked out of bounds. Nearly hit some of the Thomas More fans on that front row over there. Changes here. Maggie Jones checking in. Kelly Brenner into the lineup for Thomas More. Campbellsville had some changes as well. We'll get to those after our media stoppage here. 49-45. Thomas More leads by 4. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
With more than 80 majors and certifications, Campbellsville University offers students an affordable higher education in a Christian setting. Located in the heart of Kentucky, Campbellsville University boasts 8 regional centers across the Commonwealth. Our 13-to-1 student-professor ratio provides a small classroom environment, allowing professors to work closely with the students. To schedule a visit or apply, go online to campbellsville.edu. Come find your calling at Campbellsville University.
Complete coverage of Lady Tiger basketball continues on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
.422 to play in the third quarter. Matt Dayton with you in Crestview Hills, Kentucky. The Lady Tigers trailing Thomas More 49-45. Campbellsville basketball as we get set to return to play here in just a moment. Lady Tigers led in scoring this evening by Caitlin Wilkes, a dozen for Wilkes thus far. Thomas More has been paced by Rachel Martin with 13 points. Baseline out of bounds for the Lady Tigers. Lauren Lee wanted Luby, couldn't get it to her. Throws it out deep here to Pritchett. And now Pritchett bounces left side to Boyle. Lee again, entry, Luby gets past the defender, shot no good, gets her own rebound, and Kayla Luby with a second chance opportunity for the Lady Tigers. It's a 2-point game. 49-47. Campbellsville still has not led here tonight. Jones into the corner, Brenner, and back out to Hurst. Nice ball movement by Thomas More, no dribbling. Jones, Hurst, open, 3 on the way. That is hard. It'll climb up over the backboard and go out of bounds. Courtney Hurst, the all-time 3-point leader for Thomas More, 2 times a Mid-South Conference team member. Last year, a second team member. It was her sophomore year that she was a Mid-South Conference first team member. So kind of out of order in the usual trajectory of one's career. Last year, Close and Crispin were first team representatives. Left side, Bertram to Luby. Campbellsville can tie it or take the lead. Pritchett thought about it, drives in, needs some help. Bertram, long 2 on the way. We're tied, 49 all with 3 minutes and 23 seconds on the clock as the shot went through. Third quarter, still a long way to go. Maggie Jones holds it. Now Barth, straight away, Bertram in the hip pocket. Barth gets the step, the pass, throws up a shot that's no good. But we're going to have a foul called here on Kayla Luby. So that will be the first on the well-traveled Luby. Luby just happy to be in the same city for more than a few days at this point. Zoe Barth at the line, hits the first free throw. Just under 80% of the season is Barth. Thomas More back up by a point here. Barth can make it a 2-point Saints advantage, and she does. Wilkes and Pettigo will re-enter. Boyle and Luby will check out. One of these two teams is going to get a hard tonight. Neither team has fallen to defeat yet this season. Bertram bounces to Wilkes. 18 on the shot clock. Lee to Pritchett. Pritchett looking, and we're going to have a foul here. Away from the basketball, Pritchett wanted the entry, and the foul will go against Alex Smith on the hold. So that'll be the first on Smith, second on Thomas More. Lauren Lee to Pettigo, and now Bertram. Bounces to Lee, left side, little ball fake. Lee working, backing in. Gets Jones off the window, good for Lauren Lee. I'm not sure how she did it, but the result was there. Lauren Lee, the magician down inside, tied at 51. 2.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Right side, Smith, ball kicked by Pettigo, and basketball doesn't work out. Pettigo could give Coach Alex Adams a call as she boots that one up middle way of the stands. They'll reset the shot clock to 20 seconds. Into the corner, she can shoot it. 3 on the way. That is good for Kelly Brenner. Thomas More has lived by the 3 ball here tonight thus far. 54-51. Pettigo hands it to Lauren Lee. Just over 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Gets by Barth. Needs some help now as she picks up her dribble. Barth takes it away. Finds Brenner. Long ahead. Lee swats it. Campbellsville gets it right back. A turnover on the Saints. Lee to the front court. Working on the dribble. Spinning. Throws up a shot in the paint. Short. In the rebound. Taken in by Smith. The Lady Tigers reach in. Try to tie it up. Smith the other way. Has Hurst. Hurst inside. Back tapped and it goes out of bounds. Races in trying to save it. Nice job. Was that Bertram, I believe, maybe that back tapped that? Might have been Lauren Lee. I missed 54-51. Baseline out of bounds opportunity here for Thomas More. 1:37 to play in the quarter. Jones, the three out of the corner, and that is an air ball. Well over everything. Caitlin Wilkes grabs the miss. Pettigo to the offensive end. Shovels back. Wilkes in rhythm. Three. That is hard, and the rebound taken by Barth. Wilkes hit a pair of those down in Miami Gardens against St. Thomas. 54-51. Barth has it intercepted. Threw it right to Courtney Pritchett. Left side. Trailer is Pettigo. Gets the screen. Drives inside. Cut off. Needs some help as she gets back to the corner. Wants Wilkes on the entry. Has her off the window. Good for Caitlin Wilkes. Bailey Pettigo, the nice entry. It's a 1-point game. My heart is through the roof, and we've still got over 10 minutes to go in this one. Jones out front. Chase gives it up to Barth on the left wing. Back to Jones. At the free throw line, Smith gets inside, throws one up. That is good off glass for Alex Smith, the transfer from Valdosta State University. Smith averaging just under 11 points a game, coming off the bench here tonight for Coach Jeff Hans. Pettigo left wing, 20 seconds to play. There's about a 3 or 4 second differential. Lee kicks it out to Bertram, too much on it, an untimely turnover for the Lady Tigers. As with 15 and a half seconds or so remaining in the period, Thomas More may get the final look at the rim. Wholesale changes here. Barth exits for Thomas More as Rachel Martin re-enters. For Campbellsville, Boyle, Nally, Sutton, and Luby re-enter. 12 seconds. Martin. Free throw line to Smith. Spins, needs some help. Now Martin out top. 7 seconds. Drives in. Little floater for Martin. No good. Ball batted out. Taken by Lee. 3 seconds. Nally and the Lady Tigers are just going to have to hold on to it, I believe, as Lee finally throws one up late. I believe it was after the horn had sounded. So Lee grabbed that rebound on the miss by Martin, but a lot of traffic and bodies in front. She had really nowhere to go with it, and that's where the third quarter will come to a close. The Lady Tigers trailed by 11 to end the first quarter, and they had chipped away and gotten it down to 5 at halftime. It's down to 3 as we head to period number 4, 56-53. Thomas More leads Campbellsville. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
The call of today's sportscast has been made possible by CPR Cell Phone Repair. Boasting a selection of pre-owned phones, tablets, and more, CPR is not just an electronics repair shop. CPR Cell Phone Repair on the web at cellphonerepair.com.
A gift from Campbellsville Baptist Church has made this broadcast possible. Sunday school starts at 9:15. Worship service starts at 10:30. On the web at campbellsvillebaptistchurch.com.
Complete coverage of Lady Tiger basketball continues on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
6:34 is the score. I looked down at the iPad for the time, and those nights, folks. The Lady Tigers trail by 3 as we head to the fourth quarter. 6:34 in the Eastern Time Zone. Campbellsville had trailed in this game by as many as 11, I believe, the largest lead for Thomas More. They had that a couple of times back and forth. And Campbellsville tied the game. We were knotted up for a bit, I believe, at 50 apiece. Back to work here. Thomas More, the first possession of this fourth quarter. Number 1, Thomas More. Number 3, Campbellsville. Out front, Martin, free throw line, Smith going to drive against Wilkes, throws up a shot. That's going to go. They're going to count it. To me, it looked like Smith may have shuffled a feet on the way up there as she ran into the resistance of Wilkes. That'll be 3 now on Caitlin Wilkes, and a big and one opportunity here for Alex Smith. 9:43 to play. That's the third on Wilkes, first on the Lady Tigers. Alex Smith, 90% on the season at the line. Free throw is good. Campbellsville back the other way, trailing by 6 now. Lauren Lee hands it to Maddie Boyle. Boyle bounces to Pritchett. Entry, Wilkes quickly to work back out. Lee holds it, re-enters with Wilkes, and we've got a foul now called on Alex Smith. And this stuff wasn't even prepared to be close to a foul in the first half. Now tightening things up a bit maybe here early in the fourth quarter. 59-56. Lee looking, bounces it in, and that's going to be a kick as Martin got her foot on it and then almost tracked it down. The whistle sounded as Martin was reaching for it. 9:27 to play in the basketball game. Wilkes hands it here to Pettigo as Smith got a finger on it, almost had a takeaway. Pritchett left side wants Wilkes, has her. Caitlin Wilkes going to go up, little right-handed floater. Baby hook floating shot there for Wilkes is good. She almost lets it go on the way up, never gets it to the top. Another basket for the Lady Tigers, 59-55. 4-point deficit for CU. Martin and Jones, a little back and forth. Now Smith at the elbow. Out to Barth, left side. Barth, a couple of dribbles. Needs some help. It's Smith working in against Wilkes. Tries the up and under. Wilkes stayed down. Here Jones inside, runs into Wilkes. Throws one up with the right hand. No good. Smith's putback is no good. Pritchett the rebound. Lady Tigers back the other way. Pettigo slows down. She'll come near side to Lauren Lee, who throws up the right hand. Calls for the Lady Tigers to set it up. Motions Pettigo left wing. On around. A little further, it's Boyle. Bounces out front, Pritchett. Waits for the Wilkes screen. Wilkes rolls. Pritchett finds Pettigo. They want the entry. They have Wilkes. Martin knocks it out of bounds. Timely help by Martin and nice hands by Martin as she is playing with 3 fouls. Knocked it away from Wilkes. 7 on the shot clock here for the Lady Tigers. 8:15 to play. 59-55, Thomas More leads CU. Lee to trigger it. Looking. Pettigo flashes. Going to instead throw it out to Boyle. Boyle knifes her way inside, throws up a floater with the right hand that is short. Martin the rebound. Campbellsville had to go quickly, and Boyle did a nice job to get a half-decent look out of that. 8 minutes to play. Simon at the free throw line. Thought about it. Lauren Lee almost took it away. Simon working against Wilkes. Throws up a shot that's good. Nice balance by Emily Simon. She's missed some easy ones tonight. That one may be her most difficult. She gets the finish. Lee spinning, bouncing. Wilkes up off the window. Good for Caitlin Wilkes. Lauren Lee gets the assist. 61-57. Martin basketball backing away from Lee. Jones holds it. And now they have Barth at the elbow. She'll go baseline to Simon. Bluffs the shot. Decks it momentarily. Barth cuts through. Nowhere to go with it. Back out. Brenner holds it. 7 to shoot. Barth at the free throw line. Working around Pritchett. Spins. Throws up a right-handed hook that is good. I didn't think Barth was going to have enough on that to get it up over the front of the rim, but she did. She had just enough. 63-57, Campbellsville trails by 6. Pettigo motions her teammates. Pritchett holds it out front. Gets the screen from Wilkes. She'll go all the way to the rim. Shot no good. And Simon the other way. Simon gets through a couple of defenders. Leaves it with Martin. Into the corner. Simon skips it. Jones. Extra pass. Brenner. 3 on the way is good for Kelly Brenner. Thomas More has 10 made threes a game. They're going to get there tonight. And a timeout here by Ginger High Colvin with 25 to play in the basketball game. Campbellsville trails 66-57. Credit Thomas More. The Lady Tigers got tied it up, but the Saints have continued to hit just enough from deep tonight. Their average in three-point makes, I believe, around 10.5 per game. And they've hit 11 here in this one. 11-23 from deep. A stoppage here with 6:25 to play. The Lady Tigers trail by 9 on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
Today's coverage of Tiger Athletics has been made possible by Taylor County Bank. Online banking options and 3 community locations are designed to better serve you. Taylor County Bank, Taylor County's only locally owned bank.
This portion of our Tiger basketball broadcast has been funded by Taylor County Farm Bureau Agency Manager Darren Price. Local agents, local service. Best of luck, Tigers, from Taylor County Farm Bureau Agency Manager Darren Price.
Thanks for following Lady Tiger basketball. Now let's get you back to the action on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
66-57, the Lady Tigers were tied at 50, I believe, and since Thomas Moore's went on a bit of a spurt here, it's been Thomas Moore's best run since the beginning of the basketball game, and they've hit a few threes here in this last little bit. It's helped spark them. Courtney Hurst had one earlier, and most recently Kelly Brenner hit a three-pointer. Thomas More won the national championship a year ago, defeated Dordt in the title game, 77-65. Their last go-around in the NAI before they joined Division II. Pettigo needs some help here as Sutton with 10 to shoot. Back to Pettigo. Entry to Kayla Luby, who checked in a moment ago. Luby is bumped and fouled. The shot wouldn't go, but Luby will take a trip to the free throw line as Emily Simon will be hit with the contact. Her first, second on Thomas More as a team. Thomas More has played a really difficult schedule to open the year. Their first 5 games, 4 of them were against ranked opponents as Luby misses the free throw. They opened with number 11, Indiana Wesleyan. They won here at home by 3. Beat Carroll and Providence in Montana, and then had Cumberland's and Georgetown as Luby misses both. So an empty trip for the Lady Tigers, and that stings a bit more with Thomas More on a bit of a roll here. Simon driving in, steps through, and gets another finish. Campbellsville thought Simon may have walked, no call, and it's back to a 9-point game. Thomas More. Campbellsville come back and tie it up. And it's been all Saints since. Entry here. Luby goes up the left hand, and that's going to go underneath. Going to be called for the foul. She reaches in, tries to tie up Emily Simon. That'll be the second on Bailey. Second on the Lady Tigers. Pettigo will check out. Courtney Pritchett back in. 5:31 play. Campbellsville going to need some stops here. Off the basketball. Waits for Simon to clear midcourt. Now Simon chased by Lee. And Bertram back taps, knocks it out of bounds. Bert had a few of those here tonight. She looks at the referee and points the Lady Tigers' direction. He's not buying it. Martin crosses the timeline. Now Hurst back to Martin. Bertram falls down. See if they can look open a shot. Now Simon called for steps. And you get a reaction from the Lady Tiger fans. As I think Simon's got away with 1 or 2 of those tonight. 5:11 go. Campbellsville. See if they can get rolling here offensively this last half of the fourth quarter. Bertram, right side, Sutton. Now Pritchett. Sutton to Bertram in the corner. 3 on the way. That is no good. The well has went dry a bit for Campbellsville. Ball is free, and Bertram tries to keep it. She does. We go to the double thumbs. Possession will stay with the Lady Tigers. 4:48 to play in the basketball game. Caitlin Wilkes will check in here, but I believe will this be our media stoppage? It will, I do believe. Campbellsville basketball when we return to play. 4:48 to play in the ball game, 68-57. Thomas More leads it. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
Champions of Character connects communities and the NAIA championships across the United States. All 26-plus NAIA championship student athletes participate in a Teaming Up for Character activity. These activities are geared toward local communities' youth in schools and community centers. They are an integral part of every NAIA championship annually, impacting more than 25,000 individuals. For more information on character-driven collegiate athletics, head to naia.org/character.
This is Ginger High Colvin, head coach of the Lady Tigers. Thanks for following today's coverage of CU basketball on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
68-57, the Lady Tigers trail Thomas More here in the Connor Convocation Center. Final trip this way for University. And going back to look here at the play-by-play on this is Campbell by 9. And it's taking me back to the third quarter. I'm not smart to operate this stat software trying to get back to the third quarter here. Let's see if this will do it. It won't. It takes me back to team stats. I don't want to go to team stats. Anyhow, 4:48 to play. Lauren Lee to inbound. Lady Tigers inside. Has Pritchett. Goes up. Missed the shot. Pritchett gets her own rebound. Needs some help. Has Bertram. Left side. 3. Bang! Elizabeth Bertram with a major shot from deep. And Edward Jones payout off that left wing. 68-60 the score. Barth off the far wing. Into the corner. Turner back to Barth. She'll drive. Leaves it now with Martin. Left side. Martin going to throw up a floater. That's no good. Rebound to Simon. Her putback in the reverse is good. And the Lady Tigers were really good rebounding in the first half, especially on the offensive end. Simon and the Thomas More Saints have picked up a couple in the second half. Wilkes spinning against Simon, and it's going to be a blocking foul, and it's 100% the right call. There was very little contact. It really could have been a flop. I had the perfect angle on it from Wilkes working on that far block spinning. And Thomas Moore's not happy with it, but if anything, it was closer to a flop than an offensive foul. That's one of those where Simon doesn't have at 5'11", Wilkes is going to score more often than not that close. I don't blame Simon for taking the chance. It was not an offensive foul. Wilkes at the line here for the Lady Tigers. 2 shots. Free throw on the way is good for Karen Wilkes. 3:59 to play. Bertram hit that 3 a moment ago. Hopefully that'll spark the Lady Tigers offense. Been a bit stagnant here the last few minutes, and Wilkes misses the second. Remains a 9-point Thomas More lead. Martin comes the other way. Martin on the left wing. 3 for Martin is no good. Long rebound, crawls over top of Bertram, but Pritchett there to grab it. Pritchett will lead Campbellsville to the offensive end. Pritchett may have gotten away with one there. She's looking for Lee. Lee and Pritchett almost a little miscommunication. Bertram left side, contested 3. Bang! Elizabeth Bertram with another Edward Jones 3. 70-64. We'll see if the Lady Tigers can come back. Trailing by 6. Barth inside at the elbow, back out. Martin picks up her dribble. Has Hurst off that far wing. Back to the middle. Now Barth right in front of the Thomas More bench. Skips it. Right wing, Martin back to Barth. Barth open. 3 on the way. That is good for Barth. Boy, oh boy. Punch, counter punch. Lauren Lee, less than 3 minutes to go. Lee crosses over, goes right at Martin, kicks it out again. Burt, 3. That one is hard. Lee had the rebound. She gets knocked to the ground. No call. Simon ahead. Turner back to Martin. Not sure what happened. Lauren Lee got knocked down. 73-64. Turner skips it. Said that's up top. Barth steps through, and a runner on the right hand for Zoe Barth is good. And Coach Jeff Hands wants a timeout as Thomas More has pushed it up to 13. That's their largest lead of the evening. 2:19 to play. A 30-second timeout taken by Coach Jeff Hands. And the scoreboard, let's see, it's actually 75-64. They had failed to put a couple of points for the Lady Tigers up there earlier, I suppose, as they just changed that. 75-64. Thomas More, 12 made threes tonight. We've seen Campbellsville do this to clubs at times throughout the season, but this game in its simplest form is just about hitting shots. The two teams have hit about the same number of shots tonight, but Thomas More has hit a few extra from deep. And that really it's been a big story here. .2:19 to go. The Lady Tigers running out of chances. They'll have to go quickly and come up with some stops. Lauren Lee, right wing. Backs away from Jones. Out top, Pettigo. Hands it off here to Boyle. Now Lee again. Inside, they have Wilkes. Back out, Boyle. Open. Three on the way for Boyle is hard. And the rebound taken in by Zoe Barth. Here's away to Courtney Hurst. Ahead to Jones. Jones back out, Simon. And now Thomas More will take the air out of the basketball. They'll force Campbellsville to give chase. Simon out to Hurst. Leaves it with Barth now. 12 to shoot. Simon out. Hurst, three on the way. Good. Courtney Hurst again, the three. And that may be the dagger. 78-64. Thomas More has held Campbellsville down, especially in this fourth quarter. The Lady Tigers, I believe, with just 10 points or so in this fourth period. Lee has it knocked free. She'll fall down on it, but we'll go to the arrow, which favors Thomas More. Trying to find on this stat page the fourth quarter scoring. 22-11 here in the fourth quarter. So the Lady Tigers outdid Thomas More by a bit in the second and third quarters, but the first and fourth have belonged to the Saints. Less than a minute to play. Campbellsville will not foul here. Simon out to Jones. She'll try a three, and that is hard. Rebound taken in by Caitlin Wilkes. Has Pettigo. Lady Tigers will run. Pettigo driving in, working against Jones off the glass. Good for Bailey. 78-66 the score. Jones ahead. And goodness gracious. Maddie Boyle reaches in for a back tap, and they call this was borderline WWE in the first half, and they call that. Boyle picks up the foul. 38.6 seconds remaining. Thomas More going to remain undefeated here. The Lady Tigers will drop their first one of the season. These two teams will have a return bout later this month. Barth bounces to Hurst. Hurst inside has Smith. Now Simon would 5 to shoot. Hurst working. Long two for Courtney Hurst is short. And the ball is knocked out of bounds off of Maggie Jones. It'll be a Lady Tiger basketball here. The shot clock sounded, but the ball had hit the rim. 12 and a half seconds to play here. Pritchett pitches it in here to Lauren Lee. We'll see if the Lady Tigers can one more bucket. Pritchett, now Boyle, Pettigo. Pritchett again, Boyle in the corner. That shot is blocked by Emily Simon with 1.6 seconds remaining. And Campbellsville will have a sideline out of bounds here with just catch and shoot here. A little more time, maybe a dribble or so, but I'll have to go quickly. Lee looking, has Pritchett. Pritchett, a couple of dribbles. There's the shot. They'll wave it off after the buzzer. It went in. She banked it in, but that is moot as the Thomas More Saints pick up the victory over the Lady Tigers here. Campbellsville tastes defeat for the first time this season. They are 14-1 on the year, 8-1 now in league play. Thomas More moves to 16-0 on the season. They are 10-0 now in Mid-South Conference